Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be I think the girl I'm seeing is a little crazy. So, this particular email is from a viewer. He started seeing a girl who's a friend of his sister's. And he thinks that initially, as soon as he started hanging out with her, she was love bombing him right away. And then she introduced him to her family, said some kind of weird things in front of the family, and her brother even pulled him aside and kind of warned him a little bit that she's a little kooky. And on top of that, they've been hanging out and been on a few dates, and he's noticed that she'll go up and start talking to a guy and give out her number right in front of him. And he's like, what the hell's going on here? Is she a little mental? So this is a good email of how to avoid going through crazy town. In the last couple of years, I had a guy who was dating a girl who was kind of crazy. And I think it was a trip through Crazy Town or something like that, or another trip through Crazy Town, because he kept getting back together with her like 2 or 3 times. And so he sent in must have done 2 or 3 video newsletters. I think it was like in the past 3 years. And they were entertaining newsletters because the things that were going on, he had to write in. And so this guy's got an interesting situation. So let's go through his email. So he says, "Hi, Coach. I met a girl who is my sister's friend at my sister's wedding, and she came up to me and introduced herself. And at the time, I wasn't familiar with the term love bombing. But the first thing that she said was, 'I find you really attractive.' She was touching all over me the entire night. I was making out with her and went back to her place. And I started seeing her for about a month." So he says some odd things, in my opinion, happened that I ignored. Like after the first date, she drove to her brother's house to pick up mail and insisted that I go inside with her to meet her brother and his wife. When I went in, her brother's wife was giving her the death stare the entire time. So now we know why she wanted him to go with her, because it looks like the brother's wife can't stand her sister-in-law. So that's kind of a red flag. Because the other thing you got to think of, especially if you want to get married, you want to have kids, you want to start a family, her family is basically going to become your family, and they're going to be co-parenting with you. And so when you walk in and the brother's wife is just the death stare, I just imagine what that looks like. That's not a good sign. Because then all of her problems and family drama, congratulations, it also becomes yours if you choose to get that deeply involved. And as a matter of fact, today's members only newsletter is a video from a guy who's been dating his girlfriend for 2 years and he slipped one past the goalie. And so now everything was good. That the guy's parents really love the girl that he's with. And now that he's faced with being a dad, he's gone, man, if I was single, or would I want to stay with her? Would I want to be single again? And so you got to think about those things. You're going to get involved, especially when it looks like the girl might be a little nutty. He says, the second date, she invites me to go to her family's party as we were eating, and her brother said, that's what she does. She wants her cake, and she's going to want to eat yours too. You'll learn that soon enough. So it's all about her. Maybe she was spoiled. Maybe her dad turned her into a little tyrant. Obviously, that's not a good sign. In other words, she's going to run everything. She just takes over. Takes over his life. Takes over decisions. And the other thing is, maybe he must be new to my work, because he's going on a group date on the second date, going to a family party, but then again, you really get to see really quickly what things are really like. He says, I kind of laughed it off. As her brother left, he kept saying to her, please be careful. Promise me you'll be careful, which I found a little strange. He kept saying to her, so obviously he knows his sister's a little nutty. Don't screw it up. Don't act nutty like you always do. That's basically what he's saying. She also asked me in front of her family while we were eating if I was good at massages and if I brought my PJs. Second date. It's pretty forward. Another time we hooked up, she said to me, "You might be stronger, but I'll always get what I want," which really confused me. So that's basically her way of saying, hey, I'm the bull in the china shop. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. I run shit here. Probably another way of revealing that she's got a lot of boss girl energy. And once he gets hooked, she's going to want to run things. Another time I get up to use the bathroom and she starts freaking out, yelling, "Where are you going? Where are you going?" Like 5 times. Just going to drop a turd, babe. Then she invites me to her friend's wedding, and within an hour of being there, she says, "I think I know that guy." Gets up, starts talking to him, pulls out her phone, and got his number. Yeah, okay, gonna pass. I know this because later I saw his Snapchat name pop up. Later during dancing with her, she just walks away from me again and starts dancing with another guy, and later in the evening leaves me again to go sit down with him at the bar alone and got his number too. Yeah, that's fuck buddy, friends with benefits, sex play, man. You're considering dating her for a relationship? It's like, yeah, no thank you. He may have been acting soft as well because, again, he's going on group dates and doing a lot of things with her that are against what the book says. But in this case, I mean, if you're thinking about being in a relationship with a woman that's giving out her number to, or getting the number of 2 different guys when you're supposedly on a date with her, it's like, that's a deal breaker. You don't fix that. Trying to set healthy boundaries, like doing that, that's so blatant and in your face. It's, check please. Booty call. Always wear a raincoat. Don't finish inside her. You don't want to slip on past the goalie with somebody like this. The whole entire thing was very confusing to me. I don't know if she's narcissistic or has a severe mental issue or something. It could be all of the above. At the end of the day, it's not your job to figure that out. What is your job is to vet her, and based upon her actions, well, she's not girlfriend or wife material, definitely. And she just seems a little nutty. So be careful. As the brother said, when you hear that every single one of her relationships ends in a really bad way, that's not a good sign. It's usually the sign that she's a little nutty. But you can have some fun for a while, but after that, I'd be like, hey, I think you're a great girl, but I'm gonna move on. Wish you all the best. I'm on a date with you. We're at a wedding, and you're going up to and hitting on other guys. You asked me to come to this wedding as your date, and then yet you're getting numbers from other guys, so I'm not interested in going any further after that. So you got 2 numbers from 2 other dudes. I wish you all the best with them. So hasta la vista. I'd be tapping out after that, dude. I wouldn't stick around because it just looks like things will go downhill. Especially if you stick around after that. Be like, no, thank you. So if you got a question or challenge and you'd like to get my help, go to understandingrelationships.com. Click the coaching tab at the top of your screen on any page of my website and book a coaching session with yours truly. If you haven't already signed up for our exclusive premium members-only content, in the video description of this video, there are links to join on YouTube, or you can join on Spotify, or our website, understandingrelationships.com. Just click the plans tab when you get there. You can do a 7-day free trial to check out what you get for your money, and if you choose an annual plan, you can get a 25% discount at the end of the 7-day free trial. So go to understandingrelationships.com, click the plans tab, sign up for a premium membership trial today. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.